Hey everybody, TBC here. Can you believe it's already been 3 weeks now since Oakwynd launched? Where has that time gone? Everyone's been leveling up, people have level 50, people have started raiding, and now we're leveling alts with the legacy buff getting there a little bit faster. So I figured it was time that I kind of look back on my thoughts before Oakwynd launched, where I think the server is, and maybe where the server is going. So, the big thing that I think everyone's been talking about before this server launched was FTE, first to engage. And it came about a bit of a surprise, really, that they were going down this route. Especially when you look at other games like Warcraft that had it in and then took it away and went completely public. It kind of felt like Everquest was going against that, introducing a mechanic that really felt dated, and then they were talking about bringing it to live and that it was going to be the new standard. There was a lot of doom and gloom about it, for myself included. I was really worried, but I've been playing it now for 3 weeks. I wanted to give you my thoughts. So the first to engage, as you know, you hit a mob, it locks to you, no one else for the most part can really interfere with it, and doesn't matter how long it takes to kill it, you will get the credit. Nobody else can damage it, no one else can interfere with that. A few bugs and exploits out there, so I've heard, but hopefully they get patched soon. Now, what has this actually meant for the game? But first, I want to start with how popular is the Oakwynd server? Well, it's been 3 weeks, and I've been actually really surprised that, yes, I don't think it is as popular, anywhere near as popular, say, as Aradoon was, or certainly not Mischief. That's been the most popular server by far, I think. But it does feel popular, even though it was apparently the first server to drop the medium. Just today, there was 2-3 picks in Nettulo's Forest of people still starting to level. Last night, I was in Sol B, there were 10 picks. So it doesn't feel quiet. There's still 7-8 general chats that are full. So it does still feel like a popular server. Maybe not to the extent that Mischief was for sure. But I think it's more of a casual, friendly server. Let me explain why. The best example I can give was, say you're grouping in bedroom in Lower Guck. Everybody knows that camp, but it's a dangerous camp because it's Train City. Everyone coming in to Lower Guck has to run through it. They're bringing undead mobs from the other side, live mobs sometimes, or everyone running out. They're going to bring all the whole zone through your camp, and then everything aggroes onto you and you die. And that's how it's always been in that camp since Everquest launch. But now with FTE, you can sit in there and people will train through, and those frogs will just hop on by and they'll never interfere with you, and then they'll path back and they'll just walk back happy as Larry, and you're okay. They won't aggro you unless you want them to, unless you attack them, and then they will. So yeah, really nice not being trained. I like that. Another thing with the FTE, that the AFK bots, say at Hill Giants, well, they're still there. You're still getting necros there. They're still throwing around their venom bolts. But I've seen solo warriors actually killing the Hill Giants and winning them, from these bots. It doesn't matter if it takes them 20 minutes to kill it, which it probably does for a warrior if they even can. What used to happen would be the necro throws their venom bolt, and that's their I win button, and there's nothing you can do about it. They're going to get credit for the kill, they're going to get the plat. But now it doesn't matter. You're a warrior, you throw in your arrow before that automated bot has hit the key. Guess what? You win. And I've seen warriors even be very, very successful down there. Just the other night, I was in Mistmore. There was an AFK bot at the Vampire Cloak mob, and that's very common. So I just hung around and Vampire spawned, and I was able to hit my taunt button. I was still right next to it. I was hitting the taunt, and as soon as it unlocked, I got it. And it doesn't matter, the AFK bot couldn't do anything, so I just did damage to it, got it down to about 30%. In the end, you know what I did? I used that bot against himself, because I pressed yell, and when you yell, it kind of opens it up and it goes back to whoever does the most damage. So AFK bot, you know, pressing its key every couple of seconds, sent its pet in and helped me kill it. So I used the bot against itself, and I still got credit for the kill, and I got the cloak. So the FTE mechanic, I do think it has helped the casual game. It's kind of stopped those squabbles between camps, stopped the training, you know, all those monks running around that will drop mobs onto you because they wanted to, you were taking their mobs and so on, and they were getting revenge on you. It doesn't happen anymore. It can't happen, and I'm certain they've seen a decrease in customer service tickets for that. So the server, yeah, it's ticking along nicely. I'm actually really liking the FTE a lot more than I thought I would. You know, it doesn't change the game all that much for me, and again, yeah, I don't like being trained. So, you know, the server, we're 3 weeks in. As I said, the guild's raiding. We've downed everything in one shot, no problem. Everyone's leveling alts, and I like that legacy perk for that, because now I'm leveling the warrior on my mains account. And look, I should have made an SK, and I get it, but I've made a warrior now. He's a gnome warrior because I can't make a gnome SK until Oakwynd. But I really enjoy going back now and leveling, and you know what, that's going to open up options for me, because with the changes to how instances and DZs work, I can raid on my main with a guild, and then I've still got my ult, and if I want to go with friends and with their ults and go into a dungeon like Nagi or whatever, then I can do, and that's fun. It's going to give me more content to kill, or if I want to go up to hate on my ults and farm those mobs for gems or whatnot, or armor, I can, and you know, that's a fantastic opportunity, I think. So it kind of does still appeal to the hardcore element in me that wants to do more. Where do I think the server's going? Well, that's an interesting one, because never have Daybreak called this like the first to engage server. That isn't what it's called. This is the evolving rule set server. So let's take a quick look, because I still think these have been lost in the weeds with everyone talking about FTE. What actually this server is meant to be, the evolving rule set. And okay, you know, the classic is your normal standard. This is what it is. This is Everquest, same as every server, no changes apart from the legacy and the lock-in. Great. Kunag, loot modifier 125%. Velius, faction 125%. Oakwynd, AXP 125%. Planes of Power, Plat, okay, that one's a bit weak. So you see, that's what this server is meant to be. Now, will this be enough to bring people to the server or to keep people around? I don't know. I still have my doubts, mainly because I don't think that these perks or these like evolutions, you want to call them, go quite far enough. I would have liked to see loot modifier 150%, 200%. Why not? You make it evolve. 125% means nothing to me. That one, an extra black hem main every 4th kill in Sol B, or an extra fine steel weapon. You know, so what? Big deal. But if you make it 200%, now you're interested. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Maybe 150 would be a nice sweet spot. Well, 125 to me doesn't change it enough. Again, the faction. Okay, I get it. Velius is a faction expansion, but it doesn't take long to faction if you know what you're doing. That extra 125%, it may save you 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour at most when you want to hand in your armor, because as ever, you know, not like the olden days, we don't pick a faction and stick to it, we kill everything. So that one's weak for me. The Oakwynd one is kind of nice, AAXP, always nice to get those AAs faster. Planes of Power, coin drop, okay, that one's weak. You know, who cares by that point if there's extra plat? Everyone's already got loads of stuff. And Yakisha brings like a spawn time reduction, and again, that's nice, and I wouldn't change that, because you don't want to go it too low and mobs respawn too fast and you get overwhelmed. 85% is kind of nice. Homes of War though is the standout one. Rare spawn modifier 200%. Why wasn't that Kunark? That should have been Kunark. That would have got people interested. That would have helped solve the stupid key problems and keep people around because they're getting more loot. I don't know who made this list and they put them where they, in the order they did, because that would have been a standout one for me straight off the bat. Kunark, give them more rares. It's a lull expansion really. Once you get level 60, you're kind of raiding and that's it. There's not a ton to do. So that's what I would have liked to see. And will that be enough to keep people around? I don't know. We know on the horizon we're going to have what a lot of people are hoping is a standout TLP next year. But for now, I'm enjoying Oakwynd, and if it's a server that you want to jump into, it's still very early on. It's still plenty of time kind of to get up to max level and figure out what this encounter locking is all about, because you know what, it's kind of nice being a little bit more casual and not having to worry about, is that group over there going to train me? So what else have we got going on? The guild's still doing very well. We have a nice healthy roster. We're really happy with that, where that is. If you are interested, you can check out the Discord link below. Feel free to put in an application. We also have more videos coming. I've still got my Rangers level path that I need to upload, and more videos are going to be coming on that very soon. As well, I've got more zone guides and maybe another tier maker or two as well to come. So what I would like is for you to leave your comments below. What do you think about Oakwynd, about the FT mechanics, about the legacy, and especially I want to hear about the evolving rule set, because not many people have been talking about that. Do you think the evolving rule set has been kind of talked up enough? Do you think it goes far enough? Would you have liked to have seen bigger reductions in like the spawn time, more loot dropping? I certainly would have done, and that would have made it really stand out for me. But you know what, we'll see how it goes. It's very early days. Other than that, I would really appreciate like and subscribe to the channel. I really enjoy making these videos for you all. I'm really passionate about this game, and the likes and subs really do help me continue to grow the channel. Other than that, I am the Brick Canuck, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.